Over 30 families were rendered homeless in a single day in Karnataka's Raichur city after a high-voltage eviction drive unfolded on a 3-acre stretch of land long disputed between the residents as well as the Waqf Board. The land in Hasmiya Compound had been at the center of a legal tussle since the year of 1989. On paper, the Kallaburagi Waqf Tribunal ruled in favor of the Waqf Board, granting it full ownership of the plot, which includes 34 homes and also 20 commercial shops. Authorities claim they issued 3 eviction notices since April 8, but residents, many of whom have lived here for generations, say they were blindsided, with some alleging they never even received the notice. What followed was chaos as bulldozers arrived. You can see the visuals too. Local Muslim women erupted in protest, furious that a Muslim-governed institution was evicting them without a plan of resettlement. Quote-unquote, Kamina Dushman hai Waqf. Pardon for my words, but that's the sentiment that echoed through the narrow lanes as emotions ran high. Officials were accused of forcing families out even while children were still inside the homes. Some women were detained after confrontations turned intense and taken away in DAR vehicles. The district administration has promised rehabilitation, but residents say they have received no concrete assurance. Their question cuts deep. What's the point of a Waqf board if it cannot protect, let alone uplift, the very community it's meant to serve? My colleague Gautam joining us on the broadcast. Gautam, this is utterly shocking that the children are there inside the house and still the structures are being bulldozed.
Absolutely, Sakshi, because it's a very strange case that we witnessed in Raichur yesterday, where Muslim women went up in arms against Waqf Board itself. So, like you rightly pointed out, there were extremely high tensions in the district of Raichur because this eviction operation was related to Waqf property, and this led to high drama and heated protest by local residents, especially the women of the region. And the incident, when it took place, there were more than 30 families were there at that place. And like I said as well, there were children inside. And yet the eviction drive proceeded. And this was initiated based on a directive from the Waqf Tribunal Board in Kalburgi. And this tribunal board had basically ruled in favor of the Waqf institution regarding the ownership of the land. And it had also given time about 1 month to ensure this needs to happen as well. Now, we are not sure if notices were actually served to these families before the eviction drive. And this is one of the points of contention which led to the local residents squaring off with the district officials over there. And they basically voiced a really strong opposition to the eviction, and the kind of words that were used basically reflects the sentiments of the people that are living in the area. And the situation has now escalated where women are basically saying that these officials of the district are carrying out the eviction, even though the children are present. So we will have to wait and see today as well what really transpires in this, because right now the women are staying put despite the eviction notice, and whether the district officials and the district commissioner will take some strong measures, and we could see a really strong confrontation today as well, Sakshi.
But Gautam, the women are alleging that they did not receive any prior notice before this drive actually began. So it's utterly shocking, because if you are not being told about your houses being razed off completely, and all of a sudden the bulldozers are there at your doorstep and people are telling you to evacuate, that's something very serious.
Absolutely, that's extremely serious, because for any sort of eviction drive or demolition or whatever needs to take place, the district commissioner needs to ensure that notice is served to each and every family. Now, according to the women who spoke in Raichur, they are saying that no such notices have been given. But we tried to speak to the DC this morning as well, but he hasn't responded to our calls. We are trying to get word from him whether the due process was followed from the district commissioner, his end as well, because this eviction is going to have a big impact on the lives of these women. There are at least 30 families residing in this area, and if the Kalburgi tribunal had actually given this order, why weren't they served the notice, and we'll also get some updates from the ground today as well to understand what really happened, whether the DC did serve the notice, or are the residents just trying to protect themselves. So whatever has happened, there is eviction chaos in Raichur that is going to unfold this today as well, Sakshi.